There's been a bit of an uproar, a bit of a controversy in the Age of Empires 2 competitive scene. Recently, a bunch of Age of Empires 2 pro players announced they were going to be playing for a betting website, but they basically had to commit to a few games to be played for the platform to make some money from the betting site. We're not talking about some unknown players here, but some pretty big names in the competitive scene, which I shall not name here. I mean, what bad could making a little bit more money bring, right? Well, a lot. The shit hit the fan. Now, this is not my usual type of video. It's more of a personal take from me, a shorter, quick video. I just wanted to get some things off my chest about this. I won't be sharing the gambling website involved here because I don't want to promote it. With regards to the Age of Empires 2 betting, well, I wouldn't call it a scandal, more of a controversy. Some of these players, not all, have made a U-turn, some due to the backlash from fans, and some who have backed down after finding out it might be illegal in their country. Now, this new gambling website is different because they made an attempt to pay the pro players as opposed to the countless other online gambling websites, which you can find from a quick Google search. Now, this may seem like a noble intention, but it's gambling and nothing is noble about gambling. Just by pure chance, I watched a Coffeezilla video about sports betting just before this news broke out. His video highlights the problems with sports betting and the recent news about corruption within NBA, how some players were caught match fixing. This is the main issue here. Well, there are other issues as well that's just as important, but this is the first point most fans pointed out, is that this erodes the integrity of the sport and the players playing the sport. What about transparency, honesty, sportsmanship, which could all be ruined due to the lure of money? Yes, we've seen this happen in sports, and even esports is no stranger to this. Do we want Age of Empires 2 to go down the dark and greedy alley of Counter-Strike 2? Many Age of Empires 2 casters, Neely T90, MemTV, and Danielle AOE have come forth to speak against this. I might miss a couple of names. These are the people that I've seen them posting on X. The game doesn't need gambling or betting to thrive. In fact, there is a bigger threat of it going bad. Age of Empires 2 is a game driven by a passionate community. Passion, not money. Of course, for esports athletes, they have sacrificed a job, a career to do this. Money is important. It's an important quantum, I don't deny that. But how far would they go to sell their soul to betting platforms? Then, of course, there's the issue that online gambling is unregulated. This website for this betting controversy claims they are licensed, which they are, in some tax haven island, not at all dodgy. But there is no safety net to protect minors from it. Which this is a video game, and while Age of Empires 2 I think is primarily played by an older crowd. Sorry my dear viewers, you're probably old folk. No, but there are definitely young ones playing the games too. They shouldn't be exposed to gambling, which unfortunately has become mainstream these days, with companies raking in the billions, not millions from them. But for the betting or gambling platforms, they don't care. All money is good money. And when you take into account there are scientific studies that have found gambling to have the same effects as drugs, young impressionable minds who aren't adults may not necessarily make the best decisions on this. Now, you are free to spend your money however you deem fit, as long as you don't hurt anyone else, but as an adult, you can do that. How can we guarantee the integrity of the sport, the transparency of this entire operation that, also tries on lying to you that this is like a way to win big money on your favorite athletes or teams? It's gambling. The odds are always against you. Also, don't forget these online gambling sites use crypto, so it entirely gets away from any regulation around the amount they earn and taxes and all that stuff. Anyway, I've linked the Coffeezilla video below in the descriptions and in the comments. I think he as usual did a stellar job investigating this, and also I've linked to a video by T90 talking about this gambling controversy. Check these videos out. Anyway, tell me in the comments, what do you think of these gambling websites? I mean, there is a point to legalizing this stuff since it is close to impossible to crack down on them. There is always going to be a new one popping up. So why not legalize it and earn from it? The whole "if you can't beat them, join them" train of thought. Now, I'm not a fan of gambling. I don't like gambling. I don't like the ideas of minors being able to gamble. I prefer my favorite strategy games are not ruined by some dumb match-fixing scandal due to gambling. Also, a quick note, I'm not for harassing these players and being mean and stuff. Yes, you should absolutely tell them what you think respectfully. So don't go to them and spam nasty shit at them, please. Anyway, that's all. Thanks for watching and farewell, noble friends. Stay noble.